Yo, what is going on, guys? Winner Kills here, and welcome to a brand new Locals feature match. Here we are in the fourth and final round for this week, and we've got the Tri-Brigade Lyrilusc deck on the left versus the Swordsoul tactic on the right, a deck that we actually haven't had on the channel yet. Obviously, brand new out of Burst of Destiny, trying to make its way into the meta as a very, very solid deck, whether pure with the Destiny engine or the Tenny cards, whatever it may be. A very, very solid contender, in my opinion, going forward. But we will see the Tri-Brigade Lyrilusc deck win the die roll here, which is going to heavily favor it in this matchup. And as they get started here, let's take a look at the poll results. I asked you guys who you thought would win this particular matchup, and 1.2 thousand votes later, and 60% of the votes going to Swordsoul, and the remainder of the votes going to Tri-Brigade Lyrilusc. And I believe every other poll I asked about this week, all you guys thought, I think except for round 2, that Tri-Brigade would be winning, whether it be pure or Lyrilusc. So let's see if you guys are correct this time around. Not voting for Tri-Brigade, viewing it as the deck that is not favored in this particular matchup. So we're going to see him dump some birds to the graveyard. And then we're also going to see, Fractal. I think he pitched Nerval off the Karas. That added Fractal dumped the Cobalt Sparrow, I believe. And now we're going to see him activate Bird Call, which is going to get hit with Ash. And that is a very, very good card to hit, if anything, with Ash in the Lyrilusc engine. A lot of things you could Ash, but I think Bird Call is just an insane card, and be able to stop it is very, very important. And also, imperming a card like Karas is also extremely strong. Ash plus Imperm, one of the best 2-card combos right now. And it will be enough here to shut down completely the turn of our Tri-Brigade Lyrilusc player, which is a deck we've seen do nothing but pop off all week this week on the channel, now being completely silenced by Ash Imperm. Swordsoul leading with a copy of Emergence. Go ahead and search out a copy of Taya, or Taya, however you want to pronounce it. And looks like he will have to worry about one back row here. We're going to see him normal summon the Taya. That's going to go ahead and activate its effect to banish the Emergence from the graveyard, to go ahead and attempt to special summon a level 4 tuner token. And that will be hit with an Imperm. I think that's an okay move to make. I think Imperming any Swordsoul monster that they normal summon is really, really strong, just because it forces them to have other really good extenders like Fusion Destiny or Longyun in hand already. Just a really good thing to hit, in my opinion, especially if they don't already have Baron established. But we're going to see him just go plan B, activate Fusion Destiny, and we're just going to see him go into the battle phase and swing in Enforcer over Karas for an extra 400 damage because of Enforcer's other lingering effect that it has for some reason. And not only is it just a reoccurring Pankratops, but it also just makes your opponent's monsters lose 200 attack for each hero monster, I believe, in your graveyard with a different name. Because why not? And we'll see our Swordsoul player set a card there after putting in some damage, and we'll see him pass turn. Our Lyrilusc player going to lead with another Bird Call here. I wonder if that was in hand already, if that was one of the best top decks he could have asked for. We'll see him go ahead and add the Turquoise Warbler, I believe. And he's going to summon the Warbler, since it's an effect that does not activate. He does have the Sapphire Swallow in hand, so that will get special summoned to the field. And then we'll see if our Swordsoul player has a response here. Enforcer, of course, is live, but there could be a set Imperm in the background as well. So we're actually going to see him use Enforcer here, it looks like. And debating on what he is actually going to destroy. So he will destroy Enforcer itself alongside the Warbler, and importantly, remembering to activate the Enforcer effect in Grave, so it comes back in the standby phase, and that is going to be enough, stopping him from getting into a Link 2 or a Rank 1 in the Assembled Nightingale or the Recital Starling. So that's just going to stop him again dead in his tracks. Very unfortunate. And then our Swordsoul player is just going to set 2, get all the cards out of his hand, so he can go ahead and activate the Celestial Engrave, because Pot of Greed is cool. Looks like he's drawn into Ash Blossom plus Cosmic Cyclone. Interesting that Cosmic Cyclone is in the main deck here. Now we're going to see him activate Taya, or not Taya, activate the Enforcer, popping Taya and the Sparrow, or the Swallow. And now we're going to see him activate Peak to go ahead and bring back Taya effect, and that's just going to be enough for our Tri-Lyrilusc player, as it's probably going to just result in game there momentarily. And as we get ready to start game 2, I want to mention a quick shout out to Imperium Duelist. If you guys are interested in picking up amazing playmats, sleeves, deck boxes, dice, or more, check them out at the link below. And don't forget to use my discount code WINNERKILLS10 off at checkout to save 10% off your entire order. And you guys support the channel in the process. Same thing could be said if you guys want to support the channel just by shopping on TCG Player. Don't forget to use my affiliate link in the description of all my videos anytime you guys shop and check out using that link. A small bit of the revenue from your purchase will go right back into the channel, and it helps out a ton. So Tri-Brigade Lyrilusc here opting to go first, starting with normal summon Nerval into Almirage. Not the best opener, but I mean, for pure Tri-Brigade, I would say anyways, but it does make the hand more vulnerable to things like Imperm and Valor, just because the normal summon has already been burned, and Caress is really going to be the only extender at this point. If that gets stopped again, yeah, it's just going to hurt quite a bit. And he is going to have to go ahead and add the Caress here. There's no other... he doesn't have a Fractal in hand, because that would have been really, really strong. We're going to see him summon the Caress, pitching the Cobalt Sparrow, I believe. Still trying to remember all these Lyrilusc monsters' names. Slowly getting better. So he will pitch, and I think the rest of his hand is... I think he has a Wagtail in hand, and another Cobalt Sparrow, and a Chalice. So, like, he doesn't have much in terms of extenders right now. His normal summon has already been exhausted. I mean, yeah, this seems very, very rough. And of course, his opponent has the Imperm, which is going to, let him banish 2 for cost, and then, yeah, that's going to force him to try to make other plays, which it looks like he does not have. And, I mean, at this point, I guess you just set Chalice and kind of hope. I don't know if he could possibly go into Anaconda right now, if they even play Anaconda in this deck. I don't really think they do. So yeah, I think that would be a little bit atypical to see a deck like this do that. So we'll just see him set a Chalice and pass turn, and I can already see our Swordsoul player has opened a copy of Vishuda alongside Destiny Hero Dasher, so I guess that kind of balances itself out. Vishuda is absolutely insane in the Swordsoul deck. And he's starting with Long Yun, too, pitching Vishuda. So, like, talk about an extremely strong opening here from Swordsoul. Not only did he have the Imperm for the Caress, the only extender line there, at least known, but he also has one of the single-handedly best ways to start off with Swordsoul. Because Long Yun absolutely demands a negate, because it's going to go right into Baron on a 3rd summon. And discarding Vishuda for it also guarantees you a bounce here, because he does control the token. So he could go ahead and bounce back a card right now. And that could be somewhat problematic if he wants to clear the Almirage off the field, or force the Almirage right now to use its protection effect on just the Caress. Then, he can do that. But yeah, just Long Yun, such a powerful card. This is going to get you right into Baron de Fleur, which is, of course, an Omni Negate. And it does activate in the hand, which is, like, the roughest thing about it. So, like, you can't, like, Imperm on summon like you can the Moyi or the Taya. That's what makes Long Yun such an incredibly good card. And because why not? It also burns for 1200 when it's used as synchro material. So his opponent is going to take 12, dropping him down to 68. And can you imagine things like this in time? How clutch Long Yun is going to be in time rules? Absolutely disgusting. But we're going to see him activate the effect of Baron, I believe, to target to pop. Because that's the only reason I would expect him to fire off the Chalice there. There's really no other reason to fire off Chalice. So he will chain the Chalice, I'm assuming, in response here. Because, of course, like, he could chain Almirage if he tries to pop the Almirage, because Baron does target, I believe, but it can be any card, not face up, or not just, face up. But then if he could, like, negate the Almirage, but then, that's just burning your only negate. You do have to be careful with a card like Baron, because it's very unique in the fact that, like, most Omni negate synchros we're used to seeing in the format, like, Borrowed Savage Dragon, given how many counters it has, Hot Red, Crystal Wing, these are all cards that are negates, but they replenish their negate at the end of the turn. Baron is an exception, where it can only negate a card or effect once per turn, and he will just pass there, destroying the Karass in battle. And then our Tri-Lyrilusc player is unfortunately not going to see the cards he needs here. And yeah, you hate to see this, but like, it is an unfortunate side of Yu-Gi-Oh! There are going to be some games where your opponent just opens way better than you, and you do not open up the right cards. You don't top deck into the right engine cards, and it just seems like your opponent has everything. Even though your deck performed well the entire day prior, it's just an unfortunate side effect. But we're going to see him normal summon Taya. He's going to go ahead and banish the Long Yin Engraved to go ahead and spec out a token. And I imagine we'll see the Chizao here in just a moment. But first, he's going to use the Vishuda Engraved to go ahead and banish it self while he controls that token to go ahead and bounce back the set monster. And I just want to double check that Vishuda actually can bounce any card. Target one card your opponent controls. Yeah, return to the hand. He's going to go for Chizao here. Chainlink 1, I believe, Chainlink 1 Taya to send Mo Yi. And then Chainlink 2, or Chainlink 1 Chizao, Chainlink 2 Taya. And then he's going to go ahead and add the Sacred Summit, or the Swordsoul Peak, whatever it's called now. And you can go ahead and revive the Mo Yi here. And then if he's got a card in hand to reveal, he can go into another Synchro 8 of possibly Dragite. And then, draw a card and get a Spell Trap Negate on field and just go for game. And yeah, he does have the Swordsoul card in hand, so that is going to be game. Unfortunately, our Tri-Lyrilusc player not opening up well here, and his opponent literally just had everything. So if you guys want to see more of my content, click on one of the videos popping up on the bottom of the screen. And last but not least, a special shout out goes to our Divine Level channel members. They are Cadillacs84, Pony Star, Key Sitters, Tweeter0226, and Black Ninja Money. Thank you guys so much, as always, for your extremely generous support.